Well, hello. I'm Miss Pemdas, and I'm going to be teaching you about LCM. No, that's not LCM. That stands for Least Common Multiple. And Miss Aquino asked me to step in and do some videos because, well, she kind of felt as if maybe you thought she was a little boring. So I don't know why she asked me to come in and do a few. So here we go. So LCM, Least Common Multiple, LCM, stands for least, and you should be writing this down in your notes, common multiple, least common multiple. And we're going to find out how you find the least common multiple of a set of numbers. For example, the least common multiple between 6 and 4. Well, and if you've watched your greatest common factor video, it's going to be very similar to the ladder. So this should be easy peasy. Okay, so what is the least common multiple, the smallest multiple between 6 and 4? Well, the way you find that out is you make a ladder. And we'll start off by our 6 and our 4. And let's put our ladder here. And then we say to ourselves, what factor can go into both of these numbers? Well, they're both even, so let's try 2. 2 can go into 6 3 times, and 2 can go into 4 2 times. Now we make another ladder, and we say to ourselves, what factor can go into both 3 and 2? Well, there's only one, and that's the number 1. 1 can go into 3 3 times. 1 can go into 2 2 times. Well, you know the phrase, 1 and you're done. Well, there's our 1, and I am done. So what I'm going to do, since this is the least common multiple, I'm going to make a giant L out of all of the numbers on the outside. And then I'm going to multiply them all together. So I'm going to come over on this side. 2 times 1 times 3 times 2. 2 times 1 is 2 times 3 times 2. 2 times 3 is 6 times 2. And, oh my goodness, I'm giving the answer away before. And 6 times 2 is 12. So the least common multiple of 6 and 4 is 12 by using the ladder method. Shall we try another? Okay. Well, go ahead, let's look in the book and see another one we can do. Oh, I have a good one. We're going to do 9 and 12. Let's find the least common multiple of 9 and 12. Let's get rid of this right here. Okay, the least common multiple of 9 and 12. If I make my ladder, and then I ask myself, what number can go into both 9 and 12? Now, if we know our divisibility rules, we know that 3 can go into 9 and 12. So I put my 3 out here. 3 goes into 9 3 times. 3 goes into 12 4 times. Okay? Then I make another ladder, and I say to myself, how many times can a number go into 3 and 4? Has to be one number that'll go into both of them. Well, it looks like the only one will be the number 1. So, 1 goes into 3 3 times, 1 goes into 4 4 times. Well, there goes the saying, 1 and done. And if we're 1 and done, then I make a giant L for least common multiple. And now I'm going to multiply all of these numbers together. 3 times 1, well, that just gives me 3, times 3 is 9, and 9 times 4 is 36. 3 times 1 times 3 times 4 and we get 36. So the least common multiple of 9 and 12 is 36. How's it going? Let's try one where there's 3 numbers. Okay, 3 numbers. And there's just one little different thing you have to ask yourself. Let me get good 3 numbers here. How about... Okay, so here we are. We have 3 numbers to find the least common multiple with. That could be quite tricky, but we know the ladder method. Now, there's one thing we're going to say to ourselves differently when you have more than 2 numbers. You are going to say to yourself, self, what number can go into at least 2 of these numbers? At least 2. So, let's see, well, it looks like all 3 of these numbers can be divisible by 3. Well, isn't that divine? Okay, so we'll start off with 3. 3 can go into 9 3 times. 3 can go into 27 9 times. And 3 can go into 36, I believe, 12 times. Yes, that's right. Okay, so we make another ladder rung, and then we say to ourselves, self, what number can go into at least 2 of these 3 numbers? Well, it looks like 3 can go into all 3 of them again. How lucky is that? So let's do that again. Let's put our 3 on the outside. 3 can go into 3 1 time. 3 can go into 9 3 times. And 3 can go into 12 4 times. Wonderful. Then we make another ladder rung, and we do it all over again, and we say to ourselves, self, what number can go into at least 2 of these? Well, actually, I can't think of another number. There isn't one. The only number that will go into at least 2 is the number 1, and it happens to go into all 3 of them. So, well, you know what the saying is. 1, oops, I shouldn't have put that wrong there. Oh, sometimes Miss Pemdas makes mistakes too. 1 and we're done. So, what are we going to do? Make our big L and multiply everything together. So, we've got 3 times 3. Well, 3 times 3, well, that's 9. Well, times 1 is 9, and times 1 again is 9. And then we're going to go, well, 9 times 3 here, that's going to give me 27. I get rid of that. And now I've got to get 27 times 4. Now you can go ahead and put this onto your calculator if you would like, or you could do it quickly in the margin. 27 times 4, 4 times 7 is 28. And our answer is 108. So the least common multiple of 9, 27, and 36 is 108. Isn't that fabulous? Okay, here are your 3 problems. Find the least common multiple of 8 and 10. The least common multiple of 16 and 20, and the least common multiple of 6, 10, and 12. And remember, when you have 3, has to go into at least 2 of them. It can go into all 3, but if it goes in at least 2 of them, that's good too. And just bring down the number that it doesn't go into. Good luck, and check your work when you're done. Well, here are the answers. How did you do? Look over them carefully. Now, number 2, you could have started off with 8 in here. 8. Oh, no, I apologize, not 8. It could have been 4. Sorry. You could have started off with 4, and you're still going to get the same answer. No problems. All right, well, so the least common multiple for number 1 is 40. Least common multiple for number 2 is 80. And, oh my, least common multiple for number 3 is 60. If you're still having trouble with it, don't fret, darlings. It's okay. We'll work on this tomorrow in class. It was so lovely being able to teach you today. I look forward to doing it again. Bye-bye. This is Miss Pemdas signing out.